You got to start speaking to yourself the same way that you would speak to a friend. This is the quickest and the easiest way to show yourself kindness, to show yourself grace, especially when you mess up. What is it we automatically resort to the inner critical voices within our head, like when we mess up or when we fall short or when we notice flaws about ourselves? We can beat ourselves up so bad, like, you know better, why didn't you do this, or why didn't you do that, and all the things. But one of the realizations I've had probably a couple of years ago that has really helped me on my mental wellness journey was I noticed how I always speak to friends. Whenever friends come to me and we're discussing, and let's say they're in a crisis or whatever, how are you speaking to your friend? You aren't, disparaging them or, speaking bad to them. More than likely, you're encouraging them, you're uplifting them, you're saying things to make them hopeful, you're building them up. No matter what the crisis is, you're finding a way to make them feel better about themselves. And so if we can do that for our friends and for other people, why can't we do that for ourselves? We should be our biggest advocate. We should be the person who is speaking life into ourselves first. Okay, real life lesson. Inner voice. Amika, why didn't you just record this video when the kids are at school? Amika, why didn't you just record this when they were doing something else and not in a position to bother you? That's that negative inner voice. Instead, it's Amika. You're doing the best you can and you aren't showing up trying to be perfect. You're getting it done. So that's the lesson for how we should speak to ourselves, exactly how we would speak to a friend. Because if a friend's kid came in and did what he just did, I'd be like, girl, but you recording the content, okay? Anyway, I was saying that when it comes to all the negative self-talk that we have for ourselves, like, you don't have to shame yourself. You can recognize any flaws that you have and tell yourself, okay, so we're going to do better in this area, and give yourself all the grace that's needed. Encourage yourself, uplift yourself. Don't beat yourself up, because again, you should be the first person that you're able to trust. And the more you're able to build yourself up, the next time you get into situations that aren't ideal, you're going to say, okay, self, this is not an ideal situation, but I trust you that we're going to pull ourselves out of it. And you can, encourage your way back up step by step, piece by piece. So anyway, the point of the message is to show yourself grace, show yourself kindness, and speak to yourself like you would speak to a friend. Keep the faith, bet on you, because God already did.